Hey folks, I'm so glad you're back. That means that you knew there was a bonus video for my favorite strategies for getting through not just the holidays, but any stressful situation or time. And so I'm really glad you're here. I get to share with you what works for me and my go-tos. Anything that I talked about in the Toolkit videos about calming the mind and body, ways for turning our mind to the positives, and then that changes how we feel, and finding equanimity. I absolutely use those and come back to them over and over and over again. So these are just a little bit more specific and things that I lean on. And in case it's helpful to you, I hope that you're able to take it in and practice it yourself. So my first is kind of a version of metta meditation or a loving kindness meditation. And so if you've never heard of that before, in brevity, essentially what we're doing is we're intentionally saying these phrases over and over again about loving kindness and sending energy and thoughts and feelings of loving kindness and wishes for happiness and wellness, first to ourselves and then to those around us, so people close to us and far away. And so that can be a short practice or a very long practice. And I encourage you to do it sometime if you have never done a metta meditation. It's pretty powerful. But anyway, this is the super short condensed version of it, where I essentially first breathe in, send myself energy and wishes of being well. May I be well. That's it. May I be well. And then as I exhale, sending it out to anyone around me. May everyone else be well. That's as simple, right? And it sounds so simple, but man, you guys, it can be so powerful. One of my favorite places to use this, by the way, is standing in lines. At the grocery store, running errands, doing holiday shopping. Folks are feeling their stress. You're noticing the frazzledness, and it's easy to take that in. And so being able to stand in lines and intentionally, may I be well. May those in line with me be well. May the cashiers, may the staff, may the people in the parking lots, may everyone else around me be well. And just sending that out. Maybe even imagining it as light. Breathing in, taking that light of love and wellness into my own heart. And then from there, I can exhale and send rays of that out to others around me. So that's one of my go-tos. I use it driving. I use it in lines. I use it at home. I use it when I'm on the phone, having a stressful conversation. I use it all the time. It's seriously one of my go-tos, and it's really, really powerful for being able to stay calm and resilient so that I can react and be coming from my best place, my true self. And I think in this holiday time, we all need some of that, right? It's nice when somebody around us is calm and we go, oh, that's a choice. It's a choice to be calm right now. Okay, so that's one. That's one of my favorites. One of my other favorites is using a mantra. And this is in Sanskrit, which is an ancient language. And it's very simple and it's really powerful. A lot of this is simple and powerful all at the same time. So it's just Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So you can just say it to yourself like that, like you're speaking it out loud, or maybe you hear it in your mind as the mantra that's kind of like sing-songy. So Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So this little mantra, this little chant means Om, which is the energy of all, right? The energy of the universe. So Om, peace, peace, everlasting peace. So I encourage you to try that on your own. Sanskrit, by the way, is a language that was developed based on vibrations. And so these specific vibrations shift the vibrations within us when we use them, when we listen to them, especially when we say them, and especially even more when we're chanting them in that sing-songy kind of way. So even if you're doing it internally, it might make a difference for you. So if you're on hold on the phone, if you are at a gathering somewhere and you're just feeling that stress come up, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. That's it. So that's one of my faves. So if it works for you, awesome. If not, good thing there's so many other strategies. The next strategy for me is making sure that I am getting intentional, mindful movement in. So for me, I like to practice yoga in the morning. That's my shtick, and that feels good to me. So the kind of yoga that I like to practice isn't necessarily this vigorous workout, which I do like sometimes. And I love going out for bike rides and doing vigorous activity. I really enjoy that. But that's very different from mindful movement. So a slower yoga or holding poses for longer periods of time. Or maybe you enjoy something like Qigong, or just simply stretching and breathing in and out as you hold a stretch. So anything like that. And part of that is because any stress that's in our body, it's in our nervous system, it's in our neurochemicals and our hormones that are moving through our body. It's all in our body. And so when we move our tissues, we can move our issues, right? So being able to use some mindful, intentional movement. So it's also an opportunity, kind of like we did in one of the Toolkit strategies, is that body scan. So we can intentionally tune in to our body. Where am I holding stuff right now? What could use a little bit more movement? What could use some stretching? What could use some twisting and wringing out? And then really tuning into that and letting that just process out so that we're starting fresh. And that's kind of why I like to do it in the morning, is because then I'm starting fresh. But of course, you can do mindful movement a lot of places and any part of the day. Nobody necessarily needs to know that you're lifting your toe. I'm doing it right now, lifting your toe up and stretching out your calf, and then intentionally, slowly sending your toe back down to the ground. Simple as that. So finding mindful movement, one of my absolute go-tos. Okay, last one here, and this can become so many other strategies, but it starts with being a friend to myself. And this is a mindful choice. It is a mindful choice. So many of us have lived our lives being really hard on ourselves. And maybe we learned that from specific people, situations, or just the culture that we live in and that we've been surrounded by. Wherever it came from, a lot of us have been living our lives pretty darn critical or hard on ourselves. And so intentionally choosing to be my friend at this time. And maybe that's just simply recognizing this is hard right now, right? And being supportive to myself in the way that I would be a support to someone who's venting to me about a situation that I have no control over. It's their situation, and maybe they don't have any control over it, but being able to say, man, that sucks. And I'm really sorry you're feeling this way right now. I hope you feel better soon. Being able to say things like that to ourselves. Being a friend to myself might show up in different ways too, like actually saying no instead of yes and then feeling resentful. Might show up in setting different boundaries for myself. It might mean being a friend to myself is drinking more water, getting more sleep. Like I said, this can go into so many other things, but it starts with that intention to just be a really good friend to myself right now. Treating myself really well and really holding myself in this energy and intention of caring. And from there, we might just start making decisions that are in line with that. Experiment. Try it for yourself. And of course, let me know how any of these go. Anything from the strategies from those toolkit videos or from this bonus video where I got to share with me my favorites with that brief loving kindness kind of intention and mindset. The movement, intentional movement, the Om Shanti 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 mantra, and then just doing whatever we can to intentionally turn our focus to being a friend to ourselves. Let me know how any of this goes, what you like, what's difficult, what you want more of, what I can do more to explain things even in more detail if you'd like. I'd love to know what you want more of. And I'd love to know what's not working for you. That's good information too. So many warm wishes to you over this holiday season. I wish you nothing but cheer, enjoy, and the best of luck in using these mindfulness strategies in the toolkit. See you in the new year.